We're live.
We're live.
We're live.
Are we really live?
We are really live. Because YouTube's being a pain in the ass.
So,
Actually, are you on YouTube right now? See if it's actually streaming properly. Because on my end, it's showing. Oh, here we are. Oh, what the fuck's going on?
oh, we've just been kicked out. Well, that
We've been kicked out
we've been kicked out for swearing
already. That didn't take very long.
It didn't take long, did it? Yeah, that's odd. I don't know. It's still saying on my end, but then again, I'm sure if I refresh it, it's probably live.
Do a refresh. See what happens.
Hi, refresh me, refresh me.
It's showing on my end that it's going, so we'll see.
It's saying waiting.
For what?
I'm waiting for Nocturnal Frequency Radio.
Oh,
Are you
Lord.
sure? Are you sure we're live?
We're streaming.
We're streaming. Anyways, welcome to this surprise show.
And it's a surprise for us, too, because it's fucking acting up already.
Yeah, it is a surprise for us, too. But we like surprises, I guess, because we make fools out of ourselves when we do a surprise show.
Yep.
So, yeah, here we are. Wow, midway through, well...
More than midway.
Yeah, better part through August. We're almost coming up to the best time of the year. And what could the fall of 2020 possibly bring us? I mean, look at the rest of the year. I don't know. This has just been insane, and I don't know. You have the possibility of Halloween being canceled. Oh my God, Halloween being canceled?
That's more of a given this year.
Well, yeah, I know it's a given, but I mean, it's not going to stop me from. I'm still going to decorate the house.
Yeah, same here.
Come on, I mean,
I'm gonna decorate it too. I mean, that's just you just can't go a Halloween season without having Halloween decorations.
No, you have to have Halloween decorations. I'm sorry. Well, I'm not apologizing.
Why would we?
I don't know. It's still saying not live. Still waiting.
Let me check on my phone. Hold on.
Yeah.
Because according to the live dashboard, we're live.
Okay.
So
it's just it's probably my phone. Like usual, my phone sucks. It's an iPhone.
It's an iPhone.
You know how good iPhones are?
Yeah. Don't get me started.
Is that I like iPhones?
What's that?
I like iPhones?
I don't have an iPhone.
You don't have an iPhone? Yeah, we're live.
Yes, we are.
We are live.
Hold on. Let me show you. Yeah. Right there.
Yeah, look at us both looking at our phones.
Yeah, how inconsiderate of us.
So anyways, yeah, we're live, and basically, Halloween. I mean, even though the official words have not been said, it's looking that way.
Yeah.
I mean, when was the last time Halloween was canceled? I mean, is there a footnote there? I'm sure there is.
Probably. I don't remember it. Like, I don't remember ever like having, Halloween but then again, I mean, I got into Halloween later in life, not as a child. You know what I mean? So who knows? It may have been canceled at one point when I was young and I just didn't care enough at the time. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, you look at the amount of controversy that surrounds Halloween and always has. I mean, from razor blades and drugs and everything else being put in kids' candy, threatening to cancel that, or being, somewhat. What's the word? I don't know. Basically put under a microscope.
Yeah.
but it's always come through. It's always survived. And well, obviously, this COVID has really
Fucked it
taken
up.
a chunk. Yeah, taken a chunk out of a lot of stuff. And what we call, I guess, normal life as it was. Because I mean, and you hear that, uh, normality. I mean, I don't think we're ever going to be back to that point where we were before this.
We will. It's just going to take a long time.
Yeah, but I think there's going to be certain aspects of life that have been sped up, that were, on the cusp of happening, but they were just sort of dragging their heels. But I think, I mean, look at New York City, for instance.
Hmm.
There's like a mass exodus out of New York. You have
Yeah,
so many people leaving their condos,
of
and
course, because I mean, this gave them a taste of what something like this. Like, I mean, you're cooped up in a condo. A lot of condos don't even have balconies. You know what I mean?
well, yeah, no,
So, it's it,
it's not only that. I mean, you're living in a building with so many other people, and you just look at, oh my God, I can't touch anything because if I touch something, somebody else might have touched it, and they might have
yeah,
COVID.
of course. But that was almost like the straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak, because as expensive as it is to live in Toronto, for example, New York is even more expensive.
Well,
Um,
yeah,
so you couple that with high taxes and everything else. This was sort of like the straw that broke the camel's back for a lot of people, and they just said, you know what, screw it. Why am I living in a city, paying all this ridiculous amount of money for a shoebox when I could
mhm.
have a house for the same amount of money and some property outside of the
Well,
city? You
especially
know,
now, because I mean, you look at, I mean, here, I don't know if it's so much like that in the States, but here the housing market is on fire.
it is, yeah.
You could sell the smallest piece of crap and get a shitload of money
Well,
for it.
there was a tiny house in
Yeah,
Toronto
in
recently that
Toronto,
went for like $1 million.
$1 million,
It was
exactly.
unbelievable. I was
Yeah,
like, what the hell are people thinking?
and essentially something like that is just simply the land. I mean, look, oh, you could tear that down and build a bigger house.
Okay, but I mean, if
You
you
know,
already spent $1 million on the house and the property, you're spending a shitload more now
well,
on
yeah, I
tearing it
know.
down and building a new one and getting the architectural design and all of that stuff. I mean, at the end of the day, for that kind of money, if you go outside the city, you already get a bigger house with a bigger property,
Yeah,
right?
but maybe that's what they wanted to do. Maybe they want because they figured they can get more money. Obviously, if they build something luxurious.
Sure, provided that there's no housing market crash at any given time, right? Because if it happens, I mean, right now I think it's a precarious time to buy a house for that much money,
Well, yeah,
because anything can happen if this thing prolongs even longer, like even well into 2021. Who knows where the housing market might be at that point, right? So to
yeah,
pay that
yeah.
kind of money for a small crappy house just because you're in the city of Toronto, it's just ludicrous.
I know. It is ludicrous. I mean, I look at the amount of profit we could make if we sold, um, and buying a house like somewhere else, obviously, and putting a nice chunk of change on the mortgage or whatever else. I mean, it's great. It's a good idea, but the thing is, um, I don't know if I want to leave. I like this place.
Well, and why would you want to leave? I mean, if at the end of the day, yeah, you can make
Well,
profit, but then you're not really in any better shoes when it comes to buying unless you go really far north or west
well,
or east.
yeah, yeah. But the thing
You know,
is, I mean, you look at aspects that I would prefer to have, that we would prefer to have, obviously. You don't want people gawking down at your backyard from all around from 360. It's just,
yeah,
and neighbors.
yeah. No, I hear you because I'm in the same scenario. right?
Yeah.
So I know
Whatever.
exactly what you're talking about. But
But I mean, you want to have your space. You know,
yeah,
you want to have your space. You want to have like me. I want a fire pit. Give me a fire pit any day.
yeah,
You know, give me a big backyard that backs up against some forest or something. I don't give a shit.
hmm
You know, um, but yeah, it's not a pipe dream, but I mean, it's something that I think a lot of people look for, but you know, obviously are afraid to pull the trigger, so to speak.
yeah, and especially now.
Yeah,
You know, unless you're crazy
yeah.
enough to buy something in Toronto for $1 million.
$1 million. Yeah, $1 million. Yeah. So we have, well, ending that, we don't need to sort of drone on about that. Um, we both have our T-shirts on, by the way,
We do.
and I want to take the time, obviously, to all of you who support the show, who have bought a T-shirt, a mug, or both, or a pullover, mask, whatever. We really appreciate it, and basically it helps us run the show from month to month. Again, we oh, you got a picture of this T-shirt too.
I
That's
do. Yeah.
um yeah, and by all means, please, if you haven't grabbed one yet, grab one. A double-sided one, preferably.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
A double-sided one
You'll
would
get
be
stares when people read the back.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, for those of you who know the show, you know David Franz famous quote for the show. I mean, we decided to obviously put it on the back of a shirt. I think it's fitting. It's us. I don't think it would be possible to have these T-shirts without having that quote on the back.
I agree.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of people that have bought a shirt with just the logo on the front. That's fine. Um, and who knows? I mean, depending on how things go, we may eventually prop things up. I mean, there might be something new that they make available for us to sort of offer to you guys. I mean, now I think they got what, like a zip down hoodie available,
That's pullover.
or pullover.
Yeah.
Sorry, zip, yeah, or something like that. They've got all sorts of stuff that.
They got handbags, man. If they got a selection of stuff I can actually be. They got like pins. You can put the logo on the pin. They got
Yeah.
handbags. They got a bunch of stuff. I gotta go through it, and actually see what other stuff they have. But they do have a lot of stuff. Now that being said, not all of the products are available to stores right away. You have to sort of build to some of the products. You know what I mean? And as time goes on, more and more products become available to you. But they do have a plethora of products that we could slap our logo onto.
Yeah, so I mean that comes within time, and
Yep.
that's something we'll explore. I mean, if you guys have any suggestions or whatever that you might be interested in, if we can eventually get them, then who knows? We may offer them out there. So
So Terry says NFR condoms,
yeah,
and he's asking about Frankie. Frankie on the back of the T-shirt.
I don't know. That might be a copyright.
Yeah, that gets kind of iffy.
That might be an issue. I mean, we could do a drawing or something. Somebody do a drawing of Frankie, or to that effect. I don't know.
Yeah, he's also asking you about shoes. I don't think they have shoes, unfortunately, but I'll double check. You never know.
Speaking of,
Oh,
he heard his name.
you're gonna have to move it towards in front of you.
He heard his name.
There you go. Oh, there's Frankie.
He heard his name, and he appears. Yeah. So I mean, that's obviously something that we'll explore down the road. And I mean, everything from underwear to socks.
How about an NFR thong?
Even that. There you go.
Terry, you
I mean,
interested?
Even that. Hey, it could be a hot seller. You never know.
You never know.
I mean, Justin grabbing a mask, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
That is cool. Yeah, so that's cool. Once again, thank you to everybody who purchased something from our shop. We really appreciate it. And once again, it helps go towards the month-to-month running of the show, the live show, which starts September 13th. September 13th, season 13 on the 13th.
That's right.
1313.
And
Uh,
and no, for those of you who are inquiring, we didn't plan it that way. It just so happened. It was a happy coincidence.
it was a happy coincidence, and it's a good one, yeah.
Terry says you'll
Yeah.
take 50 of the thongs.
uh, would you like Frankie to sign them for you?
That's what we could do. We could have him name
We'll have
Frankie on the back, maybe a
Ooh, just down
caricature
down,
of his head, and then a signature at the bottom.
Frankie pointing downwards on the back, or
Yeah.
even on the front. Oh God. Or we could put the condoms we'll have at the head, we'll have Frankie's face.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Terry says he's getting lag. It's telling me it's an excellent connection right now, so I don't know.
It must be, I don't know. So anyways, some of you know about we blasted out there a while ago some of our archives from BTR. There's what 192 in total.
Yeah.
um I had all 192 until my hard drive basically crashed, and well, hopefully I still have them, right? Hopefully I still have them. I just got to see about turning it into an external. So we'll see how that works out. But in the meantime, I think you have some, right?
Yeah, I got about 161 episodes. Yeah.
So you know, and I did manage to find some of the ones from live stream.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I
Awesome.
found some from the live stream days. I mean, that was what, a year or two? How long did we go?
I think it was a year and a bit.
Year and a bit.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I know. So
It was definitely a year anyway. I don't know if it was 2, but it was definitely a year.
yeah, so there were some pretty cool shows on there. And I wish I had the video feed still, because I used to have the video feeds too. And obviously, we didn't really show ourselves. The only person that showed up in on the video feeds was Frankie. So
That's how he got his notoriety.
that's how he got his notoriety, exactly.
Yeah.
And so that's cool. I wish I was able to find some of those live feeds, but I can't find them anywhere. I don't know where they've gone to.
That's too
And
bad.
and of course, live stream is pretty much, is it? It's not even there anymore, is it?
To be honest with you, I haven't checked in such a long time. Let me just check now.
Like, I think it's still there, but it's been taken over or something.
I
I
wouldn't be
don't know.
surprised. It's still there, yeah.
It's still-
Okay, so when I type in livestream.com, it goes to Vimeo live stream.
I don't know.
So it
I
looks like
know.
it was taken over by Vimeo, by the looks of it.
I think somebody took it over, yeah, a while ago. So yeah. So yeah. But like I said, we will slowly get those archives up for you on YouTube, on this channel, obviously. And I mean, it's going to take some time because there's so many of them. There's well over what 350 shows,
Yeah.
at least well over 150 shows, or 350 shows that we've done in total. Um, and the new shows obviously are automatically documented now, because we are going to simulcast the radio portion on live stream as well. So, I mean, a few differences obviously, because the intermissions, or the breaks that we take on the radio show, we can't play the music on here on YouTube.
Yeah.
I mean, we can, but the thing is that then the video won't be able to be viewed because of the copyright issue.
Well, they'll just take it down.
It'll be there. It's just you can't view it, right? I mean, we can view it, but nobody else can.
Yeah.
So, which kind of sucks, but hey, basically the music that we play on the show, for the most part, is independent, with the odd exceptions. But now that New Visions has a license to play music, so I mean we don't have a problem with whatever we play, but we try to stick to independent stuff. I don't know, because I find it more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Than regular radio play. You don't want to hear shit over and over again. But yeah, so archives are automatically introduced on YouTube, and they usually take a while though to upload, don't they?
Which one on YouTube?
Yeah.
No, once you upload them, once it successfully uploads everything, it should be live pretty much immediately.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Because I mean, the one time I went to go watch it, it was still buffering, or not buffering, but
Yeah, I mean it won't. Okay, so it may take a few minutes, but I mean I don't know how long exactly, but it shouldn't take too long for it to go up.
Yeah. Okay, cool. That is cool. Cool. So yeah, that we will eventually get all those archives up there. Even the ones from BTR, good old BTR. Whatever you do, don't go there. Don't broadcast a live show on BTR. There's too many problems, too many hassles, too many gremlins to deal with. Yeah. So that's cool. There was something else I wanted to talk about. Show related. Well, I wanted to announce the opening guest, or the guest who's going to be joining us for this season 13 premiere, but that is still in the air. I haven't got a definite confirmation from him yet.
Mm-hmm.
So until I get a definite confirmation, it's up in the air, which kind of sucks, because I wanted to have that down and stamped in stone and ready to go, so we can start promoting it. But that's not going to be the issue. So I think we may have to go with Plan B, whatever that is, guest wise. I mean, we're going to have to see what we can do in that aspect.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it drives me nuts, when you try to schedule and organize a radio show. This is the problem that you have to deal with. People just don't respect the fact that, look, you're running a schedule, and you're okay. You give the okay that you want to be on the show. We schedule you, and then all of a sudden it's just they're stalling. Either you don't want to do it or not. Yes or no. Don't run around. Give the person the runaround.
Yeah, exactly.
It drives me nuts. Or cancel the last minute, because that's happened how many times?
Enough times.
Yeah.
I'm fucking sweating like a motherfucker. Jesus.
Get some more 40 Creek there.
I'm finished. I'm gonna have to go get some more after.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a hot one today again. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's supposed to cool down though, but can't come fast enough, let me tell you.
No, I know. But I've got a really, really worry feeling that it's going to be a warm one.
A warm what?
Fall.
I don't mind if it's warm as long as it's not hot. Like if it's like 20, 22, 23 degrees, I'm good with that. But when it's like 29, 30 degrees with all the humidity we get, holy shite.
I know it's when it's close to 40, it's just it's completely unbearable. It's
Yeah.
completely unbearable. It drives me nuts. I don't like it. I mean, I hate air conditioning. I hate it. Um, I like to have the windows open or whatever else,
Yeah.
and fresh air.
I prefer that
Because
too. Yeah, but
because I mean, he when you're especially have to deal with having to wear a mask indoors, especially at work or whatever.
yeah,
It's stifling.
it is.
It's stifling, and you don't want to be coming home and air conditioning. I want the fresh air. It's too much when it's you have to go through that 8 or 9 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you don't have to deal with that, do you? Because you're working from home still, right?
That's right. Yeah.
So yeah. So anyways, bear with us when it comes to season 13. We're going to start promoting, and hopefully, like I said, we got to try to figure out what's going on with the guest. The guest is stalling, so I'm just gonna just outright say, look at, hey, come on, um, you coming on or not? The show goes on, and we got to figure out, when we do go on without you, what we're doing. So it would be nice if we get a definite.
Yeah.
So
Should we tell him about another guest that's coming on?
yes, go ahead.
Okay. So for about an hour, he can come on. The guy's called. He's got his own YouTube channel and he's got his own podcast as well. It's Mr. X Dreams. If you guys are interested, I'll post all the details closer to the date. I believe he's coming on the 27th, so it's going to be for the first hour. He does a lot of uh, narration as far as paranormal stories, interdimensional stories, dream stories. He analyzes a lot of the dream stuff. Very interesting guy. If Steve, if you get a chance, try to download a couple of his episodes on the podcast and just listen to some of his stuff. It's pretty interesting stuff. But Terry says he knows the YouTuber. Yeah, so yeah, Terry, we'll have him on the. I believe it's the 27th. He confirmed for the first hour. Really nice guy, and hopefully it'll be an interesting show. I'm hoping he can stay longer than an hour, to be honest with you, but I think he can't because of work, obligations. He's got to wake up early the next day, but nevertheless, who knows? Maybe he'll end up sticking around for maybe an hour and a half or so. But yeah, he's a pretty interesting guy.
I think we have some lag on the YouTube
No,
channel,
we do.
no?
Yeah, it's lagging. I gotta figure it out. I don't know if it's on YouTube side. OBS is telling me there's an encoding overloaded, so it could be
Oh,
the
wow.
encoding. I mean, my computer is not the greatest, so we'll see. I'll see if I can fix it. I can't do it
Yeah.
now since we're live, but I'll see if I
Well,
can
yeah,
figure it
yeah.
out.
Yeah. That sucks, eh? But yeah, again, what are you gonna do, right?
Yeah,
What are you gonna do? So, yeah. So anyhow, yeah. So there's another guest, and like I said, we're working on getting people on for the new season. Trying to, I guess, switch things up, but at the same time, I would like to bring back the basics too to what the show is all about. I mean, I think we've kind of frayed away from it over the years. Um, but I think I'd like to sort of bring in guests that are sort of traditional in their approach to things like the paranormal and bring in more people who deal with UFO ufology and possibly even analyze Bigfoot a little bit more in depth, or cryptozoology, so to speak. Things that we haven't really really dove into as much as we have with the paranormal. You know.
yeah, definitely.
I, I mean, you look at something like, I keep saying this, but I know it's something that interests you, and that's the Skinwalker Ranch. I mean, there's a prime
Yeah,
example.
for sure. Yeah.
I mean, there's something that we haven't really dealt with, and I think it would be really cool to sort of dive in and try to get some info on that too. Um, I mean, there's so many people out there. It's ever changing, and there's so many different and weird and wondrous things that are happening. Um, but are they paranormal? I don't know. Not all of them. Yeah, sure, they may seem weird, but I mean, they're not necessarily paranormal. Um, I mean, when are you and your other half going to buy pizzeria there in St. Catharines?
Yeah. Soon. Well, we'll buy it soon. We'll make it our headquarters.
Yeah. Oh God, making the headquarters upstairs and have paranormal pizza.
We have what we could do is you could buy a large pizza and get a free 1 hour session on the Ouija board.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Have a Ouija board pizza.
There you go.
There you go. There's a great idea. Ouija board pizza. Um, and you can actually use it as a Ouija board before you eat it.
Yeah. You can make the planchette out of salami.
So, salami. Oh, yeah. And another thing that's coming up, Bronte Provincial Park. This time of the year, obviously, we sort of dive into the Spruce Lane Farmhouse, and we've actually done some stuff there, Alex and I, for the radio show. But they're having they have a ghost walk every year, and of course with COVID, they're doing the ghost walk, a virtual ghost walk on Facebook, a Facebook Live event. Uh, so I mean that's pretty cool. And if you get a chance, yeah, check it out. It's this Thursday, August 27th at 8:30 p.m. You can check out our Facebook group page for the link to that, or just go to Bronte Provincial Park's Facebook page for more info on that as well. So just simply type in Bronte Provincial Park in the Facebook search box, and the page will come up. All the info is there. They're constantly promoting it, so I think it'll be pretty interesting to see. And I know I was talking to Andrew, and Andrew was saying that he's going to go through a lot of the findings over the last 10 years that Southern Ontario Paranormal Society has gathered over the 10 years that we've been investigating and researching that very historical home.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Yeah,
It'd be interesting to see for sure.
yeah, definitely. And there's the potential of another one happening in October. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be a little different than the one that's going down on the 27th. More on that if it does materialize, and exactly what's going to happen with that. You're going to have to stay tuned for that. So but check out on the 27th if you're not doing it at 8:30, and if you're on Facebook, check it out. I mean, I think it'll be pretty interesting. You'll get to see inside the house. Very, very intriguing farmhouse that has a lot of history on all levels.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Terry is asking, back when we were talking about Skinwalker Ranch, is
Yeah.
that like the Shorethorn Ranch? I don't know if you ever heard of that. I've never heard
I
of it.
think Shorethorn. I think it is. I think that's what it is. I think the Skinwalker Ranch is a Shorethorn ranch. I think it's all in one. It's the same ranch.
Are you sure? I
If
never
that's
remember reading that.
it, I'm not entirely sure. I could be wrong, but I remember hearing that name, and I think that was the ranch that it was called before. What's his name bought it?
Before Bigelow bought it.
Yeah, before Bigelow bought it.
Yeah.
So I mean, I could be wrong. Something we have to look into. I don't know. I'm not an expert, obviously, on the whole scenario, but the history and the background of the ranch itself, other than some of the incidents that have happened there and the claims that have come out.
Yeah.
Um, let's strongly advise they are claims, and we don't know if they're true.
Wee Pee Pee Ranch.
Pee
He meant to say Short Horn Ranch.
Short Horn Ranch.
Hey, Terry,
Short.
lay off the alcohol, man. That's our job.
Yeah, that's our job. Yeah, so I mean, that's a possibility that we could sort of, um, explore the Skinwalker Ranch as well down the road, which is cool. Um, I don't know if there's anything else that you like. Is there anything else that you've been wanting to sort of dive into that we haven't touched base on?
Ah, man. I've always been. I mean, we had, like I said, we had that guy on to talk about the metaphysical. And obviously, I would love to get Andrew Collins on, who's the author of The Black Alchemist, but he's out in the UK, so the time difference. I mean, not everybody is like, um, going to be up at that hour. You know what I mean? So
So make them be up at that hour.
yeah, make him be up at that hour.
Get the alchemy going.
Hello, casual conversation. She just joined the chat. How's it going? Just so you know, because I know casual conversation there listens to Mr. X as well. Just so you're aware, casual, we are gonna have Mr. X on as a guest on the 27th of September, I believe. So stay tuned. If you haven't signed up or joined our Facebook group, join our Facebook group, and we'll have more details closer to the date.
Who's that?
Sorry,
Who's coming on?
Mr. X. Mr. X
Who's
Dreams.
Who's Mr. X?
Oh, you know him.
Yeah, I really know who Mr. X is.
Yes.
Is he the same as Mr. Z?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, that should be a pretty interesting show when that materializes. There's that word again, materializes.
It will be a good show. I know it'll be a good show. He's a great guy. I just, like I said, he can only come on for an hour. Hopefully, he'll have a change of heart and stay on a bit longer. But I understand. I mean, we broadcast pretty late, like 9 to 11, and he's in the same time zone. I think he's in Florida, so
Yeah,
it's I think it's because he has to wake up early to go to work the next day, obviously, because it's a Sunday night onto the Monday. But who knows? Maybe we'll convince him. No, sorry, maybe we'll entice him to stay on a bit longer than an hour.
Maybe we need to do a little bit more research and be a little bit more intelligent with our questioning.
I think so, yeah. That's why I said download a couple of his episodes. I mean, they're great listens. They're great to listen to.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You can download them?
Yeah.
Come on.
Of course you can.
Where can you download them?
iTunes.
iTunes?
Since you have an iPhone.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
Or you can go and watch them on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll definitely watch or listen to a few episodes for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I mean that's cool, and like I said, we're going to get a collection of guests to come on the show in the upcoming season 13, starting September 13th. And I mean we're looking to sort of, I guess, really dive into areas that we haven't really dove into before.
Yeah.
I mean, we're always looking for something that is just completely off the rails.
Yeah.
And I mean, an incident or an event that has happened that is completely unexplainable to this day, or it might have happened not too long ago. Who knows? Whatever. If you have a story that is just so intriguingly, mysteriously, invigorating, I don't know, whatever, we want to hear about it. And if you would like to be a guest on the show, to talk about that story or whatever, it's obviously an option. I mean, I keep referring to the Bubble Boy story,
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah.
I mean, that to this day, that's just blows my mind. Whatever those photos taken from the trail cam are just so intriguing, man. I mean, we've had so many people look at them and just they're scratching their heads. They can't understand. I mean, even video and photography experts, they can't figure them out, man.
Yeah, and you know what? We kind of broke that story.
We did. I mean, we broke that story. It was a breaking news story on our show. It was actually was it a season finale? It was either a
I,
season finale or a bonus show, one of the
I
two.
believe it was the season finale. I just can't remember for the life of me which
Yeah,
season. But anyway, regardless, it should be in the archives if you manage to get them downloaded from BTR. If not, I'll see if I can find them in the slew of 160 plus episodes that I got. If I can
yeah,
find it, I'll send that one off to you because that should be uploaded into YouTube.
yeah. Definitely would like to get that onto the YouTube. And I mean, the story eventually made its way to local news here in the area on CFNY 102.1 actually talked about it. And
The Edge.
The Edge. I can't remember. I don't think was he on the show?
I don't know, to be honest with you.
I can't remember if the
I'm pretty sure
person.
he did a show. I just don't know if it was the one 102.1.
And it's quite intriguing because we had an investigation set up to investigate that area,
Yeah,
and it was ready to roll, and then all of a sudden he just something spooked him, and it was like no,
yeah.
he shut everything down.
I don't know what I
So
honestly think it's not something that spooked him. I think it was more that he was looking for a broader audience.
broader or money? I mean, yeah,
Well,
but
I
I mean,
exactly because that's what I mean essentially when I say broader audience. Because although we have a fairly large listener base now that we're on New Visions Radio, when we were on BTR, our numbers weren't as high as they are now.
no, no.
So I think that's what probably drove him to say, "Man, but I think I'll go somewhere where I can probably get a broader audience." And mainstream radio at the time,
You
was
you might
still
you might be able to get a broader audience on something like CFNY, but I mean, the thing is, it gets lost in the shuffle
agreed.
because I mean, that's not what, huh?
I agree with you.
Because it's out of the norm for what they really
Of
do.
course,
I mean,
they're not known for
we're
paranormal shows.
exactly. So I
Yeah,
mean, sure, you have a lot of people listening, but is everyone really paying attention to what you're talking about? Not
no,
really.
yeah, exactly.
Sure, you got that odd person. Oh yeah, I'll give you money for your story. Oh, and maybe, hey,
He would have been better off if he had gone to 640 or something like that, because at least 640 for the longest. I don't even know if they do it anymore, but
no, I don't think so.
they had obviously coast to coast with Art Bell and George Nuri there, but
Yeah.
he would have been better off going there as opposed to the Edge, to be honest with you. But whatever.
Well, this is something that he could have went to, coast to coast, straight to
Oh,
coast,
for
and
sure.
probably sold the story. I mean, I know for sure that they'd probably go, "Wow, let's get this guy on."
Yeah.
Because I mean, let's face it. I mean, those photos uh, are so intriguing, man. I mean, there's just there's no explaining them.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I'm sure George Snorri would probably make a, uh, you know, a complete farce out of it anyway. So, oh God, it's oh
I
well.
should go on the site to see if there's anything there about the Bubble Boy.
Yeah, but I don't know what would have it been called though.
I don't know
I
either.
don't think it's called Bubble Boy.
No.
That's just something that we called it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's true. So who knows?
But if that's what it was, I don't know. I think I tried looking online to see if I could find anything, but nothing really came out. Nothing. I couldn't find anything on it.
Yeah.
But I know I remember seeing a while ago at there was a blog or something that was talking about some of the the best or the most freakiest paranormal photos out there.
Hmm.
And I remember seeing the photo there, but there wasn't really anything. There was no real story, behind the photo. Other than, oh, this guy looks like he's hovering above a field, and he looks like he's got a force field around him, or something like that.
Yeah.
There was no, you didn't, they didn't know what the actual story was, where we knew what the actual story was because we actually heard from the person who took whose camera these came from, or allegedly, you know. I mean, were they really his, and really did he really not know what he was doing?
Hmm.
Because I mean, he made it sound like we'll hopefully get the archive up, and you got to hear him talk, and he basically came across like he hadn't had a clue how to deal with something on this level.
Yeah.
So he was looking for somebody to try to explain these photos, which I can understand. I mean, come on. Everyone looking at these photos basically shaking their heads like, I don't know. I don't know. It looks like this. It looks like that. And this was a series of four still shots taken within 4 seconds, with a temperature change within the 4 seconds of several degrees. You know,
Yep.
and it's interesting to see that there's so many details about these photos that just, I don't know, just are so weird. Like the birds, for instance, in the field.
Oh yeah. Yep.
It's like they were not bothered by whatever happened. Like whatever this was, it didn't bother them. So was whatever taken on those photos, was it there? Was it viewable? Was it material? Or was it something that was just something that this camera was able to capture? You have everything from like a glitch in time to all sorts of weird shit.
Well, but the temperature changing in those four frames
Yeah.
is also indicative of something going on there.
Well, yeah,
And
obviously.
it's kind of weird because birds get spooked very easily.
Yeah.
So if it's something physical that's happening, I would assume anyway that the birds would just take flight and leave, but they didn't.
No.
And that's what makes it even more interesting because on the one hand you have the picture of this sort of, for lack of a better term, bubble boy. You have a picture of all the birds at the same time in the field minding their own business, not even being aware of what's going on. And then you also have the temperature drop.
Well, yeah, yeah, you have the temp, but I mean, okay, let's revert to the first photo. I mean, the first photo is simply something triggered the trail cam to shoot the photo, and there's nothing there except for you got this field, you've got bright sunny November day.
Hmm. And the
I
birds.
believe
And the
it
birds.
was about it was about 11 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the morning, somewhere around there. I can't remember exactly the time. But you had the birds that are just grazing in the field. And the second photo, you have this, like, right above, you have this disruption in the photo, like something's disrupting the photo. um who knows what the hell it was, but whatever it was able to manipulate the camera.
Hmm.
And then all of a sudden, the fourth or the third shot, you've got this guy who looks like he's sitting in like this bubble, hovering above the field in the forefront by the edge of the field, right by the field. And you see everything. You see the sun reflecting off this force field or bubble, whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
And you don't. It's weird. And this is before drones. This is way before drones.
Hmm.
You know, and I'm not going to say way before, but I mean,
They were
when
around. It's just they weren't
they were
common.
around, they were literally thousands upon thousands of dollars for one of these things. They weren't a common thing at the time that these photos were taken. But then all of a sudden, the fourth and final photo that we were sent, everything was back to normal,
Yeah.
as if in the first photo, the birds are still there. They weren't spooked, and the time frame is within 4 seconds.
Yeah.
That's how fast it was.
Yeah.
4 seconds, and I think there was about a 2 degree difference between the first and the fourth photo.
And this is in Celsius, obviously.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was in Celsius. So I mean, it was. Who knows? Like I said, we had I know a couple people who are video uh, experts and editors and stuff like that. I had them look at this to make sure they weren't manipulated, enhanced or anything like that, and there was nothing screwed around with the metadata on the card itself or the photos. Sorry, the photos.
Hmm.
There's nothing to sort of describe that these photos had been altered in any way.
Well, and that's why it would have been interesting if we had gotten a chance to actually go up there ourselves and just sort of check out the location and see if we could have garnered any sort of,
Evidence.
yeah, for lack of a better term.
But the other interesting aspect to to that story was that he furthered by saying that he was at work one evening and he got a call from his wife, who was at home, and she was frantic, saying that there was some little green lights zipping by, the window,
Yeah.
as if it was observing what was the the house itself, right?
Yeah.
And it was freaking her out to the point where she's like, "You got to get your ass home here now. Something's going on. I'm freaked out here."
I'd be freaked out too if that's the case.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Um, and again, who knows what it could have been? It could be anything. It could have been anything. Um, it could have been the state of mind that this person, that person was in. Who knows? It could have been anything. But it just adds to the story that, okay, is there really something going on there? Is this, Alex?
Mm,
Is this the Canadian version of the Skinwalker Ranch?
it might be.
Well, we need to find out. We need to get in contact with this person again to see if there's been any other incidents that have unfolded there, if they're still living there.
Yeah. So, Terry's saying it could be swamp gas, but there's no burrito stores out there that I'm aware
No,
of.
no burrito stores
No,
close by.
no swamp gas, Terry. Sorry
I
to
think
burst your
is
bubble.
he was saying that I think the nearest neighbor was about what was that, 100, not 100 it wasn't that far, about 10 kilometers or something. I don't know. It
That's
wasn't
pretty far.
well, I don't know exactly where. I know he didn't have any direct neighbors in that area, is what he was saying. How far the nearest neighbor was, I don't know, but he was probably obviously exaggerating, but he didn't have any neighbors close by. So
Kind of reminds me when I lived in Manitoba.
Yeah. Did you have any strange swamp gas
Yeah.
in Manitoba?
No, I didn't.
No burritos.
No,
No
no
burritos.
burritos. Sorry.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks. And that's another thing. We need to find another burrito. Somebody. A burrito place that can take over for Big Fat
Telling
Burrito.
you, man. Come over here. We'll go to Caseta or Caseta, whatever however you fuck you pronounce that name.
Yeah, but that's a franchise, though,
It is a
isn't it?
franchise, but it's actually not too bad.
Yeah, but we need that small guy.
I know.
We need to
I
find
know.
a small guy that like that one I was telling you about, Burrito Gringo.
That burrito gringo. Yeah.
In Ottawa there. It's just like, what the hell, man? Oh, that's cool. Burrito Gringo.
Yeah.
The names these people come up with.
But
So yeah.
I don't know. Well, here in town, there's, like I said, when we first moved here 4 years ago, there was Freshie. It was the only place that had burritos.
Fresh. Yeah.
And it's okay. I'm not a huge fan of it. But then Bar Burrito opened up, which was better, but still not great. And then when Caseta opened up, that was awesome. But then a fourth one opened up called Guac, which is another franchise. Yeah, it's another franchise. I haven't tried theirs yet, but one of these days I'm gonna have to give it a shot. Guac.
See, they know. They knew that you moved to where you moved to.
That's right. And all the nightly rituals I did obviously helped.
Well, yeah. I mean, they know that they can sell you a burrito.
Yes.
At any given time.
That's right.
The Burrito King is in town.
Yeah. Italian guy who loves burritos.
I heard that the methane levels in that particular area have gone up.
It's deadly, man. I'm telling you. You don't want to light a match within like 100 feet. My house.
I feel sorry for people directly close by.
Well, you should feel sorry for my wife.
Well, that too.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Anyways, I think that's about it, buddy.
Yeah, it is. And just to answer Terry's question, there's plenty of shawarma places up here too.
There you go. It's the battle between the shawarma and the burrito. Who will come out victorious?
Well, I prefer burrito.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Yeah, so hey, show starts September 13th.
Yep.
Sunday, September 13th, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tune in, www.newvisionsradio.com, or you can watch us simulcast the show here on our YouTube channel as well. You have whatever choice you want.
Yep.
There you go. You can do both if you want. You can do both. You can swing both ways. That's up to you. That's up to you. Yeah. So guest wise, hopefully we'll have that hammered down and we'll get that out to you guys to let you know who to expect on the show for the 13th of September. And again, the 27th, we're gonna have Mr. X on.
That's right.
And yeah, pick up a T-shirt.
Pick up a T-shirt. Here it is.
Pick up a T-shirt, a hoodie.
T-shirt.
Yeah.
Right here.
Turn around, let everyone see the back.
I don't know. Can you see it?
You got to squat. There you go. Perfect. There you go. There's what the back says. And yeah, grab one of those, or you can just grab one with a logo on the front. On the front there, your choice. Again, all proceeds that we receive from the sales of these go back into the month-to-month running of our radio show. We don't make a profit off this at all. Once again, it goes towards the show. Everything goes towards the show. 100% of what we receive through the sales. So. Yeah, just you basically have to go, check out our Facebook page, www.facebook.com/Nocturnal Frequency Radio. to find the link for Teespring, our Teespring shop. And what's coming up with the show is entirely based there. Pretty much, that's our most active account socially when it comes to the show. Go to our Facebook page for all future events, live events here. The radio show every Sunday night, which is starting up in September, and again, Nocturnal Night Shots will be coming back to life very soon. So we're going to hopefully. Well, we're talking about maybe what did we say? Was it the 5th, September 5th?
Did we say 5th?
The Friday, wasn't it the Friday before, right?
Yeah, I don't know if that's the 5th, but yeah, it's here. Let me just check.
Yeah.
If it's on the Friday, it'll be the 4th.
Sorry, yeah. We're gonna possibly shoot the next episode, so expect some info on that as well. You can check. Oh, well, we'll put the Nocturnal Night Shots first 2 episodes and trailers and all that. We'll put a link up so you guys can watch it in our Facebook page to check out the first 2 episodes if you haven't checked that out yet. Yeah, so cool. Thank you for tuning in or watching the live stream here. So I'm so used to saying tuning in.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us this evening.
Yes, thank you.
Once again, we will be back every Sunday night on New Visions Radio Network and, of course, here, our YouTube channel.
Yep.
9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Sunday night, unless we don't want to broadcast.
Yeah.
That does happen from time to time.
From time to time, yes.
For the most part, we're here every Sunday night until June, the following June. So, all right, guys. I think that's pretty much it.
Thanks
for joining us, Alex. Have a good one.
Take care. Have a good night, guys.